students, we will continue KMNO4 of D block elements. KMNO4, this preparation and properties were left. So preparation of KMNO4. First preparation is from MnO2, or you can call it as pyrolusite. It is brown black in color. So MnO2, if you react it with KOH and oxygen, then you will get K2MnO4, which is dark green in color. Now this K2MnO4, it undergoes dispersion reaction and form KMnO4 and MnO2. So this is the first preparation. Okay, then second preparation is from S2O8, 2 minus. This is called peroxodisulfate. So Mn2 plus S2O8, 2 minus plus water, it gives MnO4 minus plus H plus SO4, 2 minus. Okay, so this is the second preparation. Next, let us come to the properties, which is very important. Properties or the reactions of the KMnO4. You know it is a good oxidizing agent. So let us see some of the reactions which it acts as an oxidizing agent. So KMnO4 in strong alkaline medium converts it into K2MnO4, which gives MnO2. In acidic medium, it gives Mn2 plus. In neutral medium, MnO2. So very important, you must see these reactions, note it down, very important. Then if you heat it, then you will get K2MnO4 plus MnO2 plus O2. If you react it with any salt which is having Fe2 plus in acidic medium, then you will get Fe3 plus, oxidized to Fe3 plus. And in neutral medium, slightly alkaline, it gives MnO2. So what you see that from plus 7 you are getting the compounds with less oxidation state. If you find out the oxidation, you can see here directly, you can see it is from 7 to plus 2. So it itself reduced to plus 7 to plus 2. So as itself it get reduced, means it acts as an oxidizing agent. Okay, then other reactions, hope you have noted down it. Then next is more reactions. KMnO4 when dissolved in H plus, that is S3O plus, it forms Mn2 plus. If you take SO3 2 minus in presence of H plus, then it will be converted to SO4 2 minus, means plus 4 state is going to plus 6. So this is oxidation takes place, and whereas it itself get reduced and not return the other products. Then SO2 will be converted to SO4 also in acidic medium. Then if you take H2S in presence of H plus, then sulfur precipitate will be formed. If you take oxalic acid, then it will be converted to CO2. If you take water hydrogen peroxide, then you, in presence of H plus, then you will get oxygen molecule. Okay. Then other reactions. KMnO4 can oxidize iodide to iodine, iodic acid, iodate, you can say iodate, IO3 minus plus MnO2 plus OH minus. Then if you treat it with HX, it will convert into X2. Mn2 plus will be converted to MnO2, that is 4 plus. Then if you take Sn2 plus any salt, it will be converted to 4 plus. So what you see, that there is oxidation, it acts as an oxidizing agent. Okay. Then let us move to the other compound, that is K2Cr27. This is also equally important, the reactions and structure. Structure and reaction very important. Okay. Chromium 3D 5 4s1. How many electrons it has? 6 electrons. So it can form how many? 6 bonds. So if you want to draw the structure, there will be an chromium, you can write 2 chromium atoms with a bridging oxygen like this, then 2 double bond O here and 2 double bond here for chromium. When one oxygen, along with it you can write the K plus. So this is K2Cr27. The angle with, and this oxygen has lone pair of electrons, and the angle is 126. Here the angle is 126. This bridging oxygen will not take part in resonation. Means it will not take, resonance will not take place here, but all these will undergo resonance, and you can get how many? 6 resonance structures. We are not going to detail, we are not having it in the syllabus, just I am saying that it can have 6 resonating structures. Okay. Now let us move next. Preparation of K2Cr27. K2Cr27. Okay. If you take FeCr2O4 and react with NaOH or Na2CO3 and react with oxygen, then this is chromite ore, no? You will get Na2Cr2O4 plus Fe2O3 plus CO2. Now this is treated with H2SO4, CrO4, CO2 है तो, plus 2H, it will form Na2Cr2O7, means this chromate is converted to, नहीं CrO4 ही तो रहेगा chromate, sorry, chromate का फॉर्मूला है CrO4 है ना, फिर Cr2O7 में कन्वर्ट हो जा रहा है, means this is yellow and becomes now orange. Now if you treat it with any salt having K, then the sodium will be replaced by K2Cr2O7 and you will get NaCl. So that is the method of preparation. Hope you have understood. Whatever you get this K2Cr2O7, it has 2 molecules of water. Crystal has 2 molecules of water. Okay. Now let us see the properties properties. It is also an act as an oxidizing agent. So what happens in the K2Cr2O7? It has plus 6 as oxidation state. So it will go to Cr3 plus, that is it itself will reduce, so therefore it acts as an oxidizing agent. Okay. Now some reactions. How it acts as oxidizing agent? K2Cr2O7. If you take hydrogen peroxide, then you will get K3CrO8 and this will become CrO4, means chromate you will get. Okay, dichromate ion. So from the dichromate you are getting chromate. Then if you simply heat it, you will get chromate plus oxygen. This is green in color. Then this was in alkaline medium. If you take hydrogen peroxide in acid medium, then Cr6 will be converted to Cr3 plus. If you take H3O plus in OS medium, then you will get CrO4 2 minus. If you take this in acidic medium, CrH3O, that is acidic medium, you also get Cr3 plus. Then if you take H2S, you will get sulfur as precipitate. Okay. So these reactions, you just I have written the skeletal equation. You just go through these reactions and then go to through the textbook. Then you will see the reactions. You can by heart. If you remember this, then you can easily by heart the reactions. Hai na? So I am giving only the skeletal equations. Okay. Next. Some more reactions with K2Cr2O7. If you react it with HX, you can see similarity in K2Cr27 and K1O4, both gives H2. Then if you react it with Fe2 plus, then it will give Fe3 plus. This is also similar. SN2 plus, SN4 plus, NO2 minus will be changed to NO3 minus, SO3 or SO2 minus will be changed to SO4 2 minus. So same reactions you can see. Ki, it will liberate iodine and so on. So this finishes the reactions of K2Cr27 and the topic, that is K2Cr2O7, is also finished. Okay, so that's all in this video. Okay, now some oxides of D block is left, that I will continue. Oxides of D block, that is left. Oxides of D block. So most of them react with air and form its oxides. Iron can form FeO and Fe2O3, cobalt, nickel, all can form oxides. Okay. In case of when it reacts with oxygen, it forms Fe2O3. What happens? A protective layer is there over the Fe of Fe2O3. Means over this Fe2O3 layer is there over, and thus it does not further react with acid, and thus the reaction stops here. So you can be asked that when a metal is reacted with any strong acid, then after some time the reaction stops. Why? So what happens when you suppose you take Fe and react it with concentrated HNO3, So it will form Fe2O3, and this Fe2O3 then it covers over the surface of the Fe, and thus it prevents the further reaction contact with Fe, and the reaction stops. Okay. Then oxides, color of oxides, this is reddish brown, Cr2O3 is green, Al2O3 is dirty white, then V2O5 is, it is not colored but it is amphoteric in nature. Suppose you take the oxides of MnO, it can form MnO2, MnO, MnO2 and Mn2O7. That is, you see that the plus 2 is changing to plus 7. Okay. So as this increases, oxidation number increases, you know that acidity will also increase. So more the oxidation number, more will be the acidic nature. Okay. Then we have mixed oxides in this D block elements. Suppose Fe3O4. Fe3O4 means FeO and Fe2O3 in between. Means actually it is in the combined form FeO and Fe2O3. It does not exist as Fe3O4, but as FeO and Fe2O3. Okay. If you find out the oxidation number, here the oxidation number is 8/3, where actually this does not exist, only plus 2 and plus 3 exist. Okay. So that's why we say that this Fe3O4, it is in the form of FeO and Fe2O3. Similarly, we have Mn3O4 as MnO and Mn2O3, CO3O4 as CO2O3, then Pb3O4 as PbO and Pb2O3, not similar as this cobalt, manganese or iron. Why? Because Pb is in the P block elements. Okay. So its oxidation state is either plus 3 or plus 4. That's why you get PbO, Pb2O3. Next. As we have a question already done, AlCl3 is found to exist as dimer. Similarly, a question arises here also in this D block elements. Fe is found to exist as dimer. Why? So what happens in the structure of this? Fe, the structure is like this: Cl, then Fe, then Cl, 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 similar to LCl3. Okay. So this Cl, it donates the electron to Fe. This Cl donates the electrons to this Fe. So the bond that is formed is similar to that of AlCl3. So FeCl3 always exists in this form. It attached to the another FeCl3 in this form, है ना? And it acts as a Lewis acid also, as it is electron deficient, that's why. And it is also used in Friedel-Crafts reaction. Friedel-Crafts reaction. Now this finishes the D block elements. Then you have to do only F block elements. So we will see that in the next video lesson. Okay. So that's all. Okay.